Today I'm going to show you online Visio. So how to make uh, a Swimlane or a process document without installing MS Visio. So that's what I'm going to take you through. I think many of you or most of us are not aware that we can create flowcharts or we can create Swimlanes without installing or without taking the help of MS Visio. So there are certain online websites which allows you to create VCOs or process flows. So I'm going to take you through one of that website which I found it very convenient to create flowcharts or process documents. Yeah. So one such website was app.diagrams.net. If you select online VCO tool in Google, you search for it, you'll get a flowchart maker and online diagram software. So once you enter the website, it shows whether it's actually connected. You can easily connect this website to Google Drive or your OneDrive or your device, or you can decide later as well. So whatever process flows you are creating, you can decide where to save it. Yeah. So I'm going to select device since I don't want to save it to Google Drive or OneDrive, since I'm using it only for a test purpose for creating this video. So I'll just select it as my device. Now there is an app version which you can install, app version or a software version which you can install in your desktop. Uh, yeah, so I'll just close that pop-up. I'll now the device when I select the device, it's asking me whether I wanted to create a new diagram or open an existing diagram. So I'll go for a new diagram. Let's start from scratch. Yeah. Now, as I already told you, let's go with a flow chart first. So then we can maybe a sim rather than a closed functional flow chart, let's go with a blank or a what you call basic flow chart. Yes, I'm going to create. Okay, let's click create. It's asking us where to save this. Okay, I'll select my desktop. Yeah, test process doc. Okay, now it has an already saved template, which can be one second, let me align this first. Yeah, so if you see the formats out here, it automatically shows that there are certain templates available to similar to how I believe it's better than a Visio in many aspects. Why I'm telling you is the number of templates available to you or the features that you can try around, with this Visio or with this online Visio tool. It's huge, it's tremendous. Okay, as you already know that, there are certain things attached with, the process documents. Now, if you are going to for a start or an end or a process, you can go for this ellipse, which depicts start or end of a process. So I'm just going to start a process. Now, the first process is input data. So all the process documents are identified using this rectangular shaped process shapes. Okay, now I need a directional connector. Okay, I'll just connect it here. It's very easy. You can select this, click that, and then you can drag and drop from different. See, if you select connectors and if you place your cursor somewhere in your any of the shapes, you can see that some shaded arrows are getting activated. So you can utilize such shaded arrows, to reach to anywhere, or you can put it here. Yeah, likewise. Similar to Visio, you can input text. Yeah, if not available, something like that. I'm just putting, just for the sake of creating one, inputting data. Hmm. Now this rectangle or this parallelogram is actually a decision box. Now in the decision box, we can specify criteria where uh, if it's a yes, it should go to another process or a decision. If it's a no, so it's actually making a decision whether to go for a yes or a no. So what happens if it goes for a no? It's decided, and then what happens if it's a yes, it's again decided as another process. So let's say inputting data and correct format checking. Yeah, correct format. Yeah. Now, if it's in the correct format, it goes to the next stage. Maybe submit details, the portal. Yeah, something like that. If it's not in the correct format, maybe a review, expert review. Yeah, let's make it a, let's make it an expert review. Expert review. Yeah, some arrow has popped up. Let's delete this unnecessary arrow. Yeah. Now, if it's an expert review, where should it come? It should move from here to here. Yeah, it shows a cyclic process. If it's an expert review and it's a no, again it comes back. Otherwise, it goes here. Then likewise. Now, submitting the details in the portal. Yeah, you'll get a notification. Maybe an OTP notification or something like that. Perfect. OTP something like that. Let's end this process. What do you say? Yeah, let's end this process. Let's make it small. End. I'll just use one more connector. Yes, perfect. Abort process. How does it look now? Isn't it perfect? Again, it goes from here to here. Okay. Now I'm done with my first process flow map. So without sweating much, without having to go through in detail on so many things, I just created a process flow. So what do you think, guys? Is it a big thing or a small thing? I believe creating a process flow, it's not a cumbersome activity or such a hectic process. It's not. So you don't need to be a master in Visio to create a thing like this. So we'll move on to the next session. That's creating a swim lane, cross-functional or cross-functional chart. You know the swim lane, what a swim lane is. So when we wanted to depict different departments, we wanted to depict different functional areas. We cannot use a simple process flow like this. What if there are multiple departments involved? What if there are multiple functional areas involved? So we'll move on to the swim lane in the next session now. Okay, let's move on to swim lane now. So let's move on to the next session. That's actually the swim lane diagram. So as I already explained, swim lane shows different departments. When we cannot depend entirely on a single Visio or a single process flow chart, where multiple departments are involved, we need to go for a swim lane diagram. Okay, I'm just clicking the swim lane diagram template and I'm creating one. Clicking the create. Again, it's showing. Yeah, I'll save as test swim lane. See, Swimlane is really important when you go out to the corporate world. Without Swimlane, I believe nobody can success. So if you wanted to be a project manager or a data analyst or a business analyst or whoever you are, whether a senior manager, knowing Swimlane definitely will make or give you some advantage over the others. So other people might not be able to understand what Swimlane is, even though they are unable to, or they are able to understand it, they are unable to create it. So if you know how to create a Swimlane, whether you go up to the top, see, that's really going to make a lot of difference. So many people doesn't know how to create a swim lane. So we'll go for a swim lane. Yeah. Okay. So I selected a template for our convenience because we couldn't waste too much time. uh, so I just adjust the screen size. Yeah, it looks good, I guess. Now swim lane shows difference. If you see here, lane 1, lane 2 and lane 3, uh, we'll just create a maybe a department like this. So lane 1 can be a process one department. Let's rename the department as operations. operations department. Then it goes to the quality checks or quality department. Then it goes to finance, finance or your payment department, whatever. So I'll just make it like this. We'll start the process from the operations department. They start an operation. It goes to, maybe input data, input details, or providing service. So usually the service or the services, what you want, maybe service is provided by the operations department, and then we'll connect. Mm, oh my God. Okay, just delete it. Sorry. Okay, just select one. Perfect. Now here, service complete, something like that. It the operations process ends here. However, once the service is complete, from the quality department, along with this, let's make it like this. Yeah, from the input details. So the quality department is doing a simultaneous check or a review, QR review, maybe QRM. Yeah, quality and review management. Then it goes to the decision approval, maybe. Yeah, approval. Let's reduce the size of approval so that it fits into the decision box. So I've already covered the decision box previously. Now it goes to the finance department. Once it is approved, maybe we can put an S here. One second. Payment, maybe. Yes, success. Again, we can reduce the size. Let's make it 6. Yes, so the payment is done. Now it goes back again. So the review QRM again, quality checks comes into place. So it's just a simple one, okay? A simple thing. It doesn't have much relevance or it doesn't make any sense, I know, but yeah. See, our aim here is to create a swim lane, a basic swim lane so that you people can understand it. So based on your department's, what you call requirement, you can create a swim lane like this. You can even create a cross-functional swim lane. Like, see, if this depicts the departments, you can create one more here, one more matrix on top like this. So that depicts the stages. Maybe stage 1 here, you can put a separator here. Stage 2, you can put another separator here. Likewise. So that's just a basic swim lane which I've explained. So I will cover more advanced swim lanes or process flow charts and all such techniques in my coming videos. So please subscribe and watch out for more, guys. So thank you, take care, bye bye, signing off.